What's up, guys? Headed to the hospital, filming this on my phone. I'm just going to hold it here and talk, so I'm not going to be able to see what it's looking like. But I wanted to talk about these comments, and I'm going to pull them up on the screen here. I'm heading to the hospital, so I have a lot of time to edit on my phone. But these comments here, that sounds like thievery, sounds like you're overcharging. You're stealing. You probably rob old women of their Social Security checks. You're basically telling me I'm overpriced for my pressure washing services. And it's so funny because whenever I love these comments, it might sound like I'm flustered, but I truly do love these comments. And the reason why is because as soon as they say something like that, I had one comment, I can probably go find it and pull it up on the screen, but I had one comment that was like, there's no way I would pay $4,000 for a clean and staining of my fence or deck. I'll just replace the deck. And it's like, you don't have to reveal to everybody that you're broke. You know what I mean? Like, you might not pay it because you're a little $70K a year Andy, but this doctor over here making $350,000 a year that doesn't have time to do that will, okay? And I want to make this video because maybe they'll watch these videos too if they watch my shorts. Basically, they are not, like, the people that comment that type of stuff, I would never try to land you as a customer. I would not try to bargain with you at all. It's like, here's my price. You don't like it. Okay, that's fine. You're not my target customer. And I want the new guys and the newer guys to be watching this. When you're first starting out, obviously try to get every job that you can possibly get if you can, because you're just starting out. You need the experience. You need the money. Anything you can get, right? But once you start getting leads consistently with consistent marketing like Google ads, Facebook ads, then you have to start being selective. You have to be like, okay, I don't need to get a 100% close rate. I need to be getting a 40% close rate. Out of every 10 people, I need about 3 or 4 of them to make what I would make when I first started, landing all 10. You see what I'm saying? I'm driving right now, but basic math, if you did $300 jobs and you landed all 10, that would give you what, $3,000? Okay, what if you raised your prices and you priced a staining job for $4,000 and you only landed one of the 10? Guess what? You made $1,000 more than somebody out there doing 10 jobs, doing one job. Okay? Just think about that for a second. Let that set, let that simmer with you. Let that boil a little bit. Less work, more money. All right, we back. But yeah, sorry about that. I had to get gas. So the general consensus is, if these guys, and some of them will comment when I go, you don't have to tell us all you're broke. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. Like, you can be broke. Guess what? 70,000 a year is pretty broke these days. If you aren't making at least 100, you know what I mean? Anyway, they're like, wow, great assumption. Yeah. You don't know how much money I got, blah, blah. The general rundown, like, oh yeah, I'm sure this guy's a millionaire. But let me tell you something. There are millionaires that are still broke. And what do I mean like that? What do you mean, Jay? They have $1 million. Okay. I've met them. I have had customers that have $1 million homes that, in my mind, I was actually cheap on the quote. I just thought it would be good to get in their neighborhood with them, and then hopefully spread the word, knock on the doors to the neighbors, because it's, those higher end neighborhoods. So I'll give them a little breather. You know what I mean? Of room. And then they're like, oh Lord, I was thinking, the general broke mindset thinking, I was thinking it'd be like, $200-300 cheaper. It's like, what? It's like, what do you mean? It's already below the standard pricing in my area. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is they can be millionaire net worths. They can have $1 million cash in their bank. I know a guy that just retired from where I worked at for 7 years, and he retired just now, and my woman's dad is a supervisor there at this factory. He retired with like $5 million. He still is so tight with his money that he would not buy anything out of the vending machines at work. And keep in mind, this guy had $6 million. He could have retired at any point in time, right, from this factory. This guy will not buy anything out of any vending machines. He only buys cartons of pop because it's, you know, it's cheaper like that, right, to bring into his job when he had a job. He just retired, like literally yesterday. Apparently, we was all talking at the hospital and this come up. But I want to give this to you. I want you to understand what I'm saying. This guy is a millionaire with $6 million. Worked at that place for 30 years. He's still young. He started very young. Whatever. Put like 20% of his check in there every week. Whatever. Made it to $6 million of stock. He started at $7 a share. Now it's like 700. You know the general, like people that got in back then are able to do that. You start working today, you're probably not going to retire. He's broke because his mindset is still that broke mentality mindset. Does that make sense? Hopefully I'm making sense in this video. This guy will forever be broke because he will not spend a dime. And, you know, he's got everything set up where it's going to keep compounding. And he withdraws so much a month that he's going to make more in a month than he withdraws, right? But it doesn't matter because he'll always have that broke mentality. Like, oh, we got a penny pinch here. We got to go find a deal here. That's too much. And I want to leave you with this because I'm probably about to end the video. I'm probably just ranting at this point. But I hope you guys like these videos. I might do more of them. Because, I mean, I enjoy it. Like, I love these comments because it just shows how broke the mindset that they are, right? When you go to the hospital, like my wife has to have an MRI, okay? Do you think that we asked them how much they charge? And, I mean, you can, and they'll tell you. You know, it's probably going to be in between $5,000 to $8,000. Probably not $8,000. It's probably like $4,000 to $5,000 per MRI or something. I don't know for sure. But let's say it's $5,000. Do you think that we're going to look at them and be like, ooh, is there any way you could do 3? Do you think that we're going to ask them to lower the price on the MRI that she has to get done? Well, like, she has to get this done, right? It has to be done. Just like this guy's, I don't know, gutters has to be cleaned out, stained, the fence needs to be stained. It's the same thing. Why would you do that? Like, it's crazy to me. Like, I get it, you know, we have to have this MRI done. The fence doesn't, it's not life or death. The fence has to be stained. I get that. But what I don't get is, why do people haggle? You know, I don't have this mindset. The price is the price. I'm paying the price. Get it over with. I don't have the time to do it. You know what I mean? I don't haggle my lawn care guy to when he's like, oh, we gotta bump it up from $30 a week to $50 a week. I don't go, oh man, could you do 40? Yeah, it's like, what? I don't have the time. Anyway, hopefully this stuff, let this simmer. I'm not, you know, you can comment, be like, yeah, but you gotta get the business. Word of mouth goes far. People over profits. You gotta be a good Samaritan. You gotta give back. You gotta. Says who? In the Bible, in Proverbs, it tells you to be fruitful and multiply your money. That's what it says. I could pull up the verse. I could read it right for you. But there's a lot of guys that are, Christian faith and everything, and I am as well. But they use and this is like so huge in my hometown, man. It's like a bunch of broke people there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're just broke. That's what it is. And they don't do anything with their life to further their wealth or anything, or try to live a better life because they think the world is evil. I don't mean to get religious on this video, but I want to say this. It tells you in the Bible that you should be fruitful and multiply. It's almost your duty to. It's right there. It's right there. It is there. It doesn't tell you to be broke your whole life. Be grateful for being broke and get to heaven. That's not what it says. Okay? All right. I'm going to get off here before I keep ranting and just keep rolling on. Peace out. Join our school page. We are having a weekly Zoom live call for the paid group. $30 a month. Less than $1 a day of live one-on-one value. All right. Peace.